Scott, out of personal curiosity and sort of a personal level of interest for myself, I'm also curious to ask you about what do you think it means to be inclusive? I shared with you earlier that I was born with a disability, and just a little bit more background for you, Scott. I found out actually at 9 years old, buddy, that I wouldn't be able to walk without assistance because of the severity of my CP. So outside of hosting this podcast, I also work with organizations in the business community to promote an inclusive culture. So what do you think it means overall to be more inclusive as a society? I'm fascinated to get your answer there.
Thanks for sharing that. I'm really appreciating the background that you're sharing about that. And I just want to take a second here to acknowledge you for, what you have done for, the community, and recognizing that, at 9 years old, I know that's a very vulnerable age, and what you've done since then and how you've championed your condition and really have become a leader, as at least what it sounds like here in this community. And to go back to your original question, inclusivity, I would think to me, it means being willing to accept different people. And I'll kind of expand on this as I go, because I haven't actually really been asked this question before, so I appreciate you asking. I think what inclusivity means to me is being open to learning about other people who are different than you. I think is probably the baseline layer of that. So for example, I'm vegan, so anybody else who's different than me, which is like somebody who eats meat, somebody who eats eggs, eats dairy, even though I don't necessarily agree or believe that those things should be consumed anymore, I'm still going to practice my inclusivity and hear them out, right? I'm never going to shut them out of my life. And I actually had to learn that the hard way when I first went vegan, because I was so passionate about it. I was quite mean and intense with people who didn't believe the same things I believed. And I find a lot of vegans are like that because they are so passionate, and they just sometimes have trouble expressing that passion in the right way, in a constructive way. So I've learned to just be more open, because if you walk into every relationship or group of people with a beginnership mindset, basically like a I know nothing, you know everything type of mindset, then more than likely you're going to be able to connect with them deeper and really understand, their struggles, their pains, their successes, what they want, what they believe in, which in turn is going to help develop you as a person to become a more well-rounded person and an accepting person. Because at the end of the day, here's what I believe about inclusivity. As a people, like across the world, we all want very similar things, right? We want to find love or be in love with something, whether that's like a person or like a movement or something like that. We want to feel fulfilled. So we want to be able to give back our skill sets, our passions, our knowledge. We want to share that with other people. We want to feel that sense of fulfillment that, wow, I'm a productive person and I'm able to help people. So we want to love them. We want to feel fulfilled, and we want to connect. We just want to connect with people. And especially in today's age where things are getting a little bit more isolated, I think it's even more important now than it has ever been to be inclusive and to be open to new ideas. And even if somebody doesn't agree with it or maybe doesn't understand it, that doesn't mean that they can't or they shouldn't seek to understand. In my opinion, I feel that it's my duty as a leader to seek to understand different groups of people, what they think, how they act, what they want, because at the end of the day, leadership goes across all different groups of people. And if we're going to truly be leaders in the society, then we need to have the mindset of going into every situation as a learning and growth opportunity.